Tina Belcher, the It Girl. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bob's Burgers Chats, where I talk about Bob's Burgers, everything Bob's Burgers. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about Tina Belcher, who is, if not one of the most popular member of the family or even the show. As you can see by my blue t-shirt and the glasses and my little beret, I'm dressed exactly like Tina. I even went as far as to do my eyebrows like hers as well. But yeah, let's get started. Personally, I think Tina is my favorite character and is many people's favorite character. She is also the most recognizable and would not be surprised if she becomes a Halloween costume this year, as she has been in the past. Wait, before I keep going, let me explain what this video's main topic is going to be. Well, it's going to be about Tina being that girl, the baddest bee, and how everyone is reheating her nachos, especially Tammy. So, anyway, let's get into how Tina is the baddest bee. Tina is a 13-year-old girl and is the oldest child slash daughter in the Belcher family. She has two younger siblings, Jean Belcher, who is her younger brother and the middle child, along with Louise, her sister, the youngest in the family. Tina's distinct characteristic features are her squared shaped glasses, her baby blue t shirt and navy blue skirt, her yellow beret, and her fringed bob. She almost gives Edna Lemo a run for her money. Tina is an awkward teenage girl going through puberty. She is boy crazy, horse crazy, and book crazy. She really loves butts. She writes fan fiction in her spare time and also works in the journalism club at her school. She's also a part of it's the Girl Scouts. She's a part of the Thunder Girls. I almost forgot, I don't know why, and I just watched an episode about them. But, anyways, one important aspect about Tina is that she's honest, which is a big part of her character and why I love her so much. In a world that judges you for having interests that don't align with social norms, Tina definitely goes against the grain. When I say the world, I don't only mean our world, but the world of Bob's Burgers. She is definitely the type of character that wears her heart on her sleeve. You will be sure to hear her frenemy Tammy quick to call her favorite pastime strange. However, that is not only confined to Tammy. Tina's family members, friends, and strangers have also called her hobbies weird, but sometimes it can be associated with her awkward behavior, which can be very unnerving at times if you're on the receiving end. So, what are Tina's favorite pastimes, and how do they make her a bad bee? Some of favorite Tina's pastimes and hobbies include writing fan fiction, horses, journalism, and boys. Lots and lots of boys. Let's start with her erotic fan fiction. One of her favorite hobbies is writing fictional stories about her friends, which more often than not are erotic, or as erotic as a 13-year-old can think of. Two of the reoccurring themes in her fan fiction either incorporate zombies or horses, or Jimmy Jr. It's also funny how uncomfortable but supportive Bob is about them. My favorite fan fiction is from season 12, episode 21 and 22. Some Like It Bot Part 1 and 2. This two-part storyline focuses highly on Tina's fan fiction. It's mostly written in anger when Tammy and Jocelyn do a segment on the school report show called Weird and Not Weird, and called her new shirt weird, which sets Tina off to almost vandalize the school. Well, not the school, but school property. Unfortunately, I can understand Tina's frustrations with it. Having something that you really truly love and like to put your heart into, or just enjoy as a hobby, like having something like that be called weird. I've had my fair share in the past of being called weird for having some hobbies that do not align with everyone else's, but when you have good supportive friends or family members that they support you and they cherish the fact that you enjoy things that maybe seem strange to others, it's what helps push through, and it's what helped Tina push through along with myself. Now let's talk about horses. Equestrians is a horse franchise that Tina is completely enamored with. I think it's meant to be a play on people who love My Little Pony, as some years back it was discovered that the franchise has a large male fan base. Like older men really enjoyed it, which was strange but cute, I think. There was an episode on this where Bob had to, he had to infiltrate a convention to get Tina's horse toy back, which was swindled from her. It ends with him nearly getting an ugly tattoo in the process. Oh gosh. The things parents do for their children. Boys. Tina is a boy crazy. Like, there's no other way about explaining it. Like, she is boy crazy. Like, the definition, if you looked it up on the dictionary, Tina's face would be bang on there. Although she tends to go back to her main love interest, Jimmy Jr., she's not tied down to him and has explored other options and other love interests. And I mean, a lot. Now let's talk about her journalism. Tina has a knack for journalism, and if she doesn't become a writer, I see her working in journalism and working for some magazine or news outlet. We got our first taste of this with the Mad Pooper episode. When it was time to Unfortunately, when it was time to audition for the news anchor position, Tammy sabotaged Tina's chances by telling her to talk really slow. After being upset for not getting the position, and with some encouragement and convincing from her sister Louise, she starts her own news channel, which was more successful. In the end, with her investigations, she found out who the real Matt Pooper was. Zeke. I love how she says his name. She's like so over him, and he's hardly ever done anything to her. But yeah, it was Zeke all along. And he did it, and it's so sweet because he did it as a way to support Tina, to get her some more viewership, which was really nice. And it actually helped her stay on the air and continue to work in journalism and have her own segment in the journalism club, if I remember correctly. Now let's talk about one of my favorite aspects of Tina's character, and that's her clapping back at the haters. Okay, not necessarily clapping back at haters, except for if you include Tammy. But Tina can get really sassy. She can get really sassy. And she has a way with her words. Honestly, she's inspirational. So clapping back. Tina doesn't take BS from anyone. One of my favorite aspects of Tina is that she can be really sassy. Typically, characters depicted like her do not have moments where they regularly stand up for themselves, but Tina does, and more. I blame that on her honest character too. Sometimes she tends to. Most of the time, when she's sassy, it's intentional, but there are times where it's unintentional. But still, this girl can hold her ground. Some of my favorite sassy moments from Tina come from when she's having her back and forth with her frenemy Tammy. It makes Tammy furious that Tina has good comebacks, like when she pointed out that Tammy's hair needs dyeing because her roots were showing. That was one of the more, I think, unintentional sassy moments, if I can remember the episode correctly. It was, yeah, it was. I think it was unintentional. Maybe not. I think she knows more than what she leads on. Another favorite comeback of mine that she did to Tammy is in the episode where they both wore the same bracelet. It gave us one of the funniest dialogues in the show. Some other good sassy moments come from her antagonizing one of her main love interests, Jimmy Jr. Although with some although with how he treats her some of the times or a lot of the times, I feel like he deserves it. Tina is a bit valid in having her little crash outs with him. Finally, an honorable mention goes to the moments with her parents. I'm not condoning disrespecting parents, however, I do find the moments very funny. And the girl has some clever comebacks. Like, you would think, whoa, are you really 13? Or 13 going on 30? Honestly, there's so much I could say about Tina, but that's all I have for today. I'm sorry, guys. Let me know if I should do a part two or maybe a video that focuses specifically on certain characteristics of hers or videos that specifically focus on hobbies or even relationships that she has with different characters, because Tina has a lot of friends, you know. This girl is Miss Popular. This is how Tina is. Tina, Miss Tina. Like, even her name, like, she's I see her future and it's really, really bright. But yeah, anyways, this definitely won't be the last Bob's Burgers videos. I will do so many more with so many different characters. This show has so much that I could go into, not just in regards to Tina, but the rest of the family members, the friends, the other people in the town. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot to cover, but yeah, there'll be more. See you for the next burger chat. Bye.